Hi everyone, today we're talking about the stock market for beginners in 2019. Now I know a lot of my subscribers are investors that have been in the stock market for a while, so maybe this is just a little bit of a recap for you, but if you're looking at getting into the stock market in 2019, then this video is for you. I've tried to put down 3 really important points that should help you going forward into the stock market and should help you try and make money. After all, the reason why that if you're watching this video is that you are now trying to get into the stock market and make your money make more money for you, which is a really amazing thing, and it's a great step that if you're trying to learn that, it's really good. But it, like everything, it starts off quite difficult and you kind of need someone to help you and point you in the right direction of where to go. And I think with these 3 points that I'm about to show you, it should help you quite a bit. So number 1, I cannot state this enough, is research. The more you learn, the greater investor you will be. After about a few months of learning the stock market, you'll start to think, you know, I can do this, and then 6 months down the line you look back and go, actually I didn't really know that much, and then another year later you go, actually I didn't know much back then, and you keep adding to your knowledge, and it'll make you a better investor. Now, to research, there's a lot of things that can help you. There's a lot of books that you can read. The great thing right now, and pretty much over the last year, 2 years, is there's a lot of now YouTubers that are doing stock market videos for free. Just be careful, a few of these now do charge a lot of money for courses, and I would say do not purchase any course from any YouTuber. That's just my opinion, guys. I think that there's enough free content out there that you should be okay to learn a lot of things for free without paying for it. But there's a lot of great channels what you can watch that can help you, that keeps you up to date on stock market news. People will help you say if a company is a good company to invest in or a bad company to invest in. But overall, you will need to learn yourself how to research into a company and how you, or which companies you believe will do really well. There's a lot of YouTubers that will give you their opinion on companies, but you can't follow YouTubers and other people on news on CNN or CNBC recommending stocks. You can't just follow them, guys. At some point you're going to have to develop the knowledge to find out a good stock for you, and at some point you might think you might understand that, and then you might actually go buy the stock and it might go down. That's a bit of a trial and error thing that you will have to learn at some point. Not every position you're going to take is make money, but over time, when you get better at selecting stocks, you will make more consistent profit than losses, and that just comes with learning, and that does take a while to get, but eventually you will get it. And I'll also talk about, in my opinion, a little few pointers how to select the right company to start off with, because that is probably one of the hardest things you're going to do into the stock market. But getting a good basic understanding of how the stock market works is a great step, and trying to just get used to watching things and understanding terms that people are using and how companies work on the stock market would be a great place to start. So I'm going to say now that you've had enough time, you've researched in the company, you've been watching it for a couple of months, you watch companies that you thought, oh, that's a good company, you've been tracking it and it's gone up, and go, oh, I thought that was going to go up because of that reason. And once you get to that point, then you're probably going to look at actually making your first purchase into the stock market. So my number 2 point is, after we've done a lot of research and you think you've got a bit of a basic understanding of the stock market, is to start buying what you know. So the first companies I would recommend buying would be companies that you actually know of and you don't have to do much research. So I'm going to say like a company like Coca-Cola, very simple company. You probably have a very good understanding of it because it's a product that you've been around all your life. Is that Coca-Cola is, you know, a drinks company. The revenue is pretty stable. It's not in any crazy markets. It's just a company, a very good brand, a strong brand in its area, and it's carrying on growing its revenue, its EPS, and it pays a little bit of a dividend. A dividend is where the company pays you for holding shares, which is a really good way to build up your wealth. So let's say Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola would be a great example of a company to buy because you already know pretty much how the company works, and it's a very stable company. Your companies like Apple, like Boeing, all them sort of companies that are well-known companies, household names, and you have a really good understanding, is a very good company to start off with. You'll probably hear on the news people talk about other stocks. Recently there was the Bitcoin craze, there was also the cannabis craze. All them stocks, when you start off in the stock market, just stay out of them. because those are the stocks that people go chasing when they start off with, and then they go, oh, I got burnt in the stock market, it's this con, don't invest in it. That's because they don't select the right stocks when they start off with. So start off with buying what you know, and that'll help increase your knowledge of the stock market once you're in there and invested into them companies. So that's what I'd recommend as point number 2. Number 3, as always, start off small. You wouldn't just go put all your money into it thinking you know everything. Just buy a little position to start off with. Once you think you understand it, you're comfortable with it, then you can add to it. Also, the stock market can go down a little bit, and you could probably buy these shares for a little bit cheaper. That's called averaging down. So at some point, just say, right, I'm going to put $200 into the $200 in the stock market every month, or some sort of goal where you're putting a little bit of money in that you can afford to put in, a little bit of your take home wage every month. Just put a little bit into your brokerage account, and just invest that slowly. Don't go crazy and go diving in. Just highlight a company you want to buy that month, and then buy a couple of shares, and next month you buy a few more shares of them, or go buy another company that make sure you spread how you're putting your money into the stock market out evenly, and that should put you in a good position. So guys, with all them 3 tips I just give you right there, that should put you in a good place for making your money, make you more money. As always guys, research, buy what you know, start off nice and simple, nice and small, and eventually you should get into a good position, and you should increase your wealth without you having to do any work at all, apart from put a trade in to buy the actual shares of the stock that you wanted to buy. I hope that helps you guys. I do normally do a lot more detailed videos on this channel, so if you want to follow this channel, subscribe, and you'll get a lot more news and some more videos that I do a little bit more into depth into companies, and talk about companies that I like as well, which might be helpful to you. But overall guys, I hope that video helps. Give the video a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.